So I've had the chance to work with the 300D Mark II for a few months now. This is my personal setup that I use for all my YouTube videos, and I have a lot to say about it coming up. Social Vibes here to help you out with all your coffee, tech, and content creation needs. And today we're going to be checking out the Aputure 300D Mark II. So this light retails at $1,099, and it is an incredible light for everything that you get for that price. Now, before we get started on what I think about this light and the ways that it has benefited me, I need to let you guys know the way that I plan to use the light when I bought it. So here at the office, I like to basically have everything set up and ready to go. I don't want things to move around a lot at all, so that I can just come in, press go, and I'm recording. So with that being said, I purchased this light with the idea that it would literally just sit here and not move at all. I even have my controller right here velcroed to the bottom of the table for me to control it. So I want you guys to keep that in mind when I'm talking about this light, because some of you guys may not be purchasing it for something like this. You may be looking to purchase this to be on the go a lot or to go on the set. And we're going to be talking about a few of those things as well. So first off, for that price tag, you get this light that comes in the box. You also get the controller, and then you get a few other modifications to modify the light. And you also get a very nice bag to carry around the light in. When you're buying something this expensive, you want to make sure that you're protecting it whenever you're on the go. But again, for me, the bag really doesn't matter at all. The modifications really don't matter at all, because I knew that I was going to set it up here on a C-stand and just use it as a light for my YouTube videos. Now, this light does have some competitors at its price range. Now, if you've been into the news lately, you know that they just came out with a bi-color light, which actually came out 3 days after my light arrived. And I contemplated on whether I should spend money on that light and send this one back, or if I should just keep this light. And the reason why I didn't go for the bi-colored light and send this guy back, because I still had 30 days to do so, is because this light is the brightest one of the two. The 300D Mark II gets incredibly bright. Actually, most of the time when it is filming here, I only have it on 32. And for you guys who don't know, this light can go all the way up to 100. And so at 32, this light performs really, really well. Now, the next thing that I really like this light for is you have control over it with this remote control, so that I can basically dial in everything as I'm looking at my monitor with my camera. However, with that being said, my favorite thing, my by far favorite thing about this light is I can use it with my cell phone and I can set presets. So on my Blackmagic 6K that I'm filming on right now, I have a preset for every time I change the backdrop. With that being said, just like on this camera, I can go into the app for this light and I can change it to whatever background I'm going to use it for. Say for instance, if it was this video, I would be shooting it at maybe like a 38. And so I can go in and set that name to the same exact name that I set for my Blackmagic. So whenever I'm getting ready to set up, I know that I am set and ready to go. My light is where it needs to be and my camera is where it needs to be. It's like it all just syncs up perfectly. Now, the next thing that I really like about this light, and it's kind of like Apple's products, I kind of like to think of it as like Aputure's creating their own ecosystem like Apple, is that these lights sync up with any other Aputure lights that you have in your studio. So sadly, my lights that I have right now are on Aputure. So this light that I'm shooting on to replace this light for this video, this light over here is an Aputure light. Those strip lights are an Aputure light. However, I do plan to get Aputure lights because I can come in and on this controller, I can just press one button, everything clicks on, and then I can also set a whole studio set to my phone, so that again, when I change my backdrop, one button click and I'm set to go. Another button click for the next day and I'm ready to go for the next shoot. So those are a few features that I like about the light. I will share a few more. But if you guys are watching this video, you're probably wondering if you should spend this amount of money for just a light. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer that question for you, because I know a lot of you guys who are maybe starting off filmmakers or even starting off YouTubers, you're like, man, I don't wanna spend that much money for a light. I don't know if I should spend that much money for a light, or I'm just kind of interested in spending that much money for a light. Then the reason why I bought this light is because it improves my quality of all of my videos significantly. So no matter what camera you get, no matter what equipment, what audio you get, there comes a point when you just can't get any better without good lighting. I was shooting with the M6 Mark II. It goes all the way up to 4K. However, without good lighting, I really wasn't getting high quality content that I was satisfied with. So I invested in 2 of these lights that you see on the screen, and then I invested in a softbox that I'm now shooting with now. However, it still wasn't there. I wasn't getting a soft light. And so I stumbled across a few people's videos, like Daniel Schiffer's video, which I really do like. I suggest that you check out that video. I'll link it right above me. And it's a really good video because it really kind of got me into thinking about, whoa, like this kind of changes up the ball game when it comes to quality and improving your quality of your content when you're filming YouTube videos or other videos for clients. So I also stumbled across Matty Hapoya's videos, and at the time he actually didn't have one of these lights. I think he just put up a video this last week of him getting one of these lights, but he still was shooting with Aputure lights, the same as Peter McKinnon. And so I started to think about, you know what, if I want to get to that quality of these guys, striving to be somewhere close to the quality of Peter McKinnon, Matty Hapoya, Daniel Schiffer, then I need to go ahead and invest in the equipment. So if you check out my numbers on YouTube and even on Instagram, you can see that this light is very expensive for someone who has an audience the size that I do. So at the time when I bought this light, I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. I didn't have 10K on Instagram. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe other than my computer that I have, this thing is the best thing that I purchased over the last few months. So say for instance, if I'm shooting with a Canon Rebel T6S, which I done a video on yesterday, you can check the link right above me. If I have this light with that camera, I can get incredible quality content because everything's gonna be well lit. And if the quality isn't, you know, the best coming straight out the camera, then I can modify that in post, color grade it to make it look great. Set the camera to a neutral filter. We have a really high quality video that we can use for whatever we want to use it for. So like I said, some of you guys may be thinking, you know what, Joe, I'm not like you. I'm not gonna buy this $1,000 light just to sit up in the studio. I want to take this thing on the road with me. I want to travel overseas with this light. I want to go everywhere with this light for all my clients and work with them. Now with that being said, because of the way that Aputure has designed the packaging and the carrying case for this light, you can absolutely do that with no issues at all. Now this light will get everything you need done, whether it's traveling or whether you're in a studio, and it's very easy to set up and tear down, which I really like about Aputure. And a lot of other videos, other people were saying that they really appreciated how many cords the Aputure cut down between this light and the previous generations. However, with this light, I only have 2 cords, one running from the light to the box, one running from the box to the power outlet. So very minimum setup. So you can power this guy with 2 batteries and you're ready to go wherever you are, whether that's in the woods, a client shoot, and you don't want to plug into an AC outlet. So I invested in this box right here, and I actually do strongly recommend that you get this one as well. It gives you a very wide spread. It's a 48-inch box. I will leave it in the link below in the description. So that is my review on this light. And if you're a starting off YouTuber, if you don't have the budget to buy a light like this, I really strongly suggest that you check out my Patreon and you subscribe, because I'm gonna be doing some videos on how I did it and how I got this light and got all of this equipment on a 0 budget starting off, and how you can begin to start making money super quick, super easy, and have you one of these guys from 0 to $1,099 in 1 month. So that link will be found below in the description. So again, thank you guys for checking out this video today, and if it brought you any value at all, please hit that like button and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. I'll see you guys in the next video.